Good morning, students. Welcome once again to Pedagogical Content Knowledge in Biology. Now, this is session 2 of Unit 2. You could remember that in the previous session, profile dimension was dealt with, and then you looked at teaching, learning, and then assessment. Okay. Now, in this session, we are going to look at the 4 learning behaviors. The 4 learning behaviors. So, these are our objectives for the lesson. Okay. These are our objectives for the lesson, what we have to achieve by the end of the lesson. Okay. So, one, I'm saying you should be able to identify the 4 learning behaviors. Okay. And then explain the 4 learning what behaviors. And also you should describe a type of behavior portrayed when a student has gone through a specific task. Okay, when a student has gone through a specific task. Now, what is a learning behavior? Okay, we want to go through the 4 learning what behaviors. Now, the 4 learning behaviors, we have knowledge, understanding, application, and process. Are referred to as dimensions of knowledge. They are referred to as dimensions of what? Knowledge. Now, knowledge is a dimension, okay? Knowledge is a dimension, and then application of knowledge is also a dimension. Application of knowledge is also a dimension, okay? So more than one dimension forms what? Profile what? Dimension, okay? More than one dimension forms what? Profile dimension. So a specific objective may be stated with an action verb as follows. Okay, so you may state a specific objectives with an action verb. So for instance, the students will be able to describe, etc. The student will be able to what? Describe. Okay, so being able to describe something after the instruction has been completed means that the student has acquired what? Knowledge. Okay, the student has acquired what? Knowledge. So when you're able to describe something, it means you have done what? You've acquired what? Knowledge. It means you've acquired what? Knowledge. So when you're now being able to what? Explain. When you're able to explain, it means or summarize or give examples. It means that the student has understood the lesson taught. Okay, so in my objectives, I stated some of the verbs. Okay, so with this one, when the student is able to explain or summarize or give example at the end of the lesson, okay, it means that the student has understood the lesson what taught. Okay, and then we're also saying that being able to develop, plan, construct, etc. This one means that the student has learned to create, innovate, or synthesize what? Knowledge. Okay, student. So this one is what? Knowledge. Okay, this is knowledge. Okay, we are talking of knowledge. I told you that we have knowledge. Okay, and then we have what? Application of what? Knowledge. So now we are saying that when you're able to develop, plan, construct, it means that the student has learned, you the student, you've learned to create, innovate, or synthesize what? Knowledge. So when you're stating your objectives, you have to be very careful with that. Okay, when you're stating your objectives, you have to be careful with what you want students to achieve. Okay, what you want students to what? Achieve. Okay, but we can also say that being able to develop, construct means that you the student with what? If you've learned to create, innovate, or what? Synthesize knowledge. Now you note that each of the specific objectives in this syllabus, that is the biology syllabus, okay, contains an action verb that describes the behavior the students will be able to demonstrate after what? The instruction. Okay, after what? The instruction. So in the biology syllabus, you observe that we've tested some verbs, okay, that is going to guide the teacher, okay, to formulate your what? Specific objectives. Okay, to formulate your specific objectives. Now, knowledge application. Okay, these are dimensions that should be the prime focus of teaching and learning in schools. Okay, that is the application of what? Knowledge. Okay, it should be the prime focus in what? Schools. Okay, so instructions in most cases has tend to stress knowledge acquisition to the detriment of other higher level behaviors. Okay, higher level of what? Behaviors such as application or what? Analysis, and then among others, okay, such as application or analysis, among others. Now, we move to the focus. Now, the focus of the new form of teaching and learning, as indicated in the biology syllabus, is to move teaching and learning from didactic acquisition of knowledge, okay, or rote memorization, okay, chew and pour, okay, to a new position where students will be able to, we want to move that way of learning, okay, that didactic way of learning, okay, to a new way or a new position where students will be able to apply their knowledge, okay. We want students to be able to apply their knowledge gained in the classroom, okay, develop analytical thinking skills, okay. Students should be able to develop a new way of thinking, okay, to develop plans, okay. Students should be able to develop plans. They should be able to generate new and creative ideas. They should be able to generate new and creative ideas, and then solutions. They should use their knowledge in a variety of ways to solve problems. That is what we want to do. Okay, that is what we want to do. So with this one, this is diverting from didactic acquisition of knowledge to a new way of gaining knowledge, or transferring knowledge. So all these learning behaviors is trying to mold students to meet societal needs, to meet societal needs. Okay, so we are teaching you in order to apply your knowledge, develop analytical thinking skills, you develop your plans, you generate new and creative ideas. Okay, so remember when the COVID came, okay, they say necessity is the mother of invention. Okay, people came in with new ways of washing their hands, okay, without touching the tap. Okay, so that is knowledge. Okay, that is knowledge. So people are able to think critically and then be innovative and be creative, okay, to develop certain things that would help solve societal problems. Now, content. Okay. So when you see the syllabus, okay, content is in the third column of the biology syllabus. Okay, when you get the biology syllabus, I believe you all have biology syllabus. Okay, it's the third column of the biology syllabus. And then we are saying that the content in there, you see some kind of it is the core ideas, okay, that you need in teaching a particular or what do you call it, meeting your specific objectives. Okay, so the content selected body of core ideas, okay, that you need, okay, in teaching a particular specific objective. Okay, so if you want to teach a particular topic, okay, the content, that is the core ideas. Okay, you want students to understand a particular concept. Okay, so that is the content. Okay, so in some cases the content present, it's quite, what do you call it, the content presented is quite exhaustive. Okay, the content presented is quite exhaustive. In other cases, you could add some more information to the content presented. That is the biology syllabus. That is what I'm talking about. When you see it, some of the content presented is quite exhaustive. So you, the teacher, as a trained teacher in biology, you could also add more information to the content presented. Okay, the syllabus has given you some content you have to cover. Okay, so if you feel there is the need to add more, you add more. So you've learned a lot in this session, and then I want to use this question. I throw these questions to you students, and then you review the session through by answering these questions. Okay. So one, I'm saying that what are the four learning behaviors exhibited by biology students? Okay, what are the four learning behaviors exhibited by the biology students? Okay, why is it that each of the specific objectives contains an action verb? Yes, when you see the biology syllabus, why is it that each of them contains an action? Now, question 3, I'm saying how is the content found in the third column of the teaching syllabus important in biology teaching? How is the content found? How is the content found in the third column of the teaching syllabus important in biology teaching? Okay, so please you discuss the questions among yourselves on any available e-learning platform. Okay, you meet on the platform and then you discuss, you share ideas. So I believe when you do this, it is going to serve as a review for all of you.